like to welcome my friend and client of maybe, 10 years, Devin. He
Yeah.
is an inspirational speaker, coach, and author of 21 books. And he's just an amazing person to know, and I am very honored and humbled that you would say yes to come on and speak for us tonight, to lift us up and to leave us feeling a little bit more positive about ourselves and the world. So please welcome Devin Hughes.
All right. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. And you even like my music. Can I get a thumbs up on that, on the music taste? Okay, fantastic. Hey, so I haven't been on any of these before, but we're going to do things a little bit different. I got a little bit of material I wanted to share with you, a little bit of education. Is that okay if we learn a couple things tonight? Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to jump in here and share a couple things with you. And then let me do this and this. So can you guys see my screen, hopefully? It says Finding Gratitude. Everybody can see it? Okay, fantastic. So let's just jump in here for the sake of time and simplicity. So there's a couple different ways we can do this tonight. A few different ways. We can be a prisoner, which I hope none of us are told to be here. We can be a tourist. We can kind of hang out and not really engage. Or we can be a partner and have a little fun. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to partner. Now, we're going to utilize breakout rooms. I don't know if you've used those on Zoom calls before, but we're going to break you off and put you in some small groups and have a little bit of group discussion today. So when I put you in a breakout room, you're going to get that. You're going to see that. Just say join, and you're going to be in a little room with some other awesome people like you, and we're going to talk and play a little bit, all right? You'll see join, it'll say join in breakout rooms, and I'll put you there, and then I'll bring you back, and then when you want to leave the room, you have an escape clause. So we're going to jump in here pretty quick. I want you to think about right now. Gratitude matters. Most of my work is on the science of happiness. I want you to think about one thing that you're truly grateful for that you've experienced during the last 10 to 12 weeks. If you had to boil it down to one or two things that you are grateful for, what might that be? I'm going to send you off into some rooms with some like-minded people and to discuss, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it shortly. See you soon. Just accept it. Hi, Laura. You're on mute, Rach.
I think people are still talking and having fun.
How was that?
It was really fun. Do you know Sandy, my friend?
No. Hi, Sandy.
She's a holistic health practitioner.
Is she?
She's super awesome.
She awesome with a capital A, awesome?
Yes, she is. And if you need supplements, she can get them for you. Just saying.
Nice. Nice to meet you, Sandy Starr. You're on mute, but.
She's an author too.
Is she?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
not 21 books, but.
No, not 21. But definitely a published author. So.
Did I get
cool.
that? Did I get that number right?
What?
Hey, Ben.
Hello.
You're back.
So
yeah,
how was that?
Is this everyone? Oh.
I think, is
It's
everybody
great.
still, are they still in their groups?
No, they're all back.
They kicked me back. Oh, okay. Cool.
See, I have that kind of power, Ben. I put you in and then I bring you back. So, I'm just curious. I don't need to micromanage. Was that okay, everybody? Any commonalities on what you shared about what you're grateful for? Anything you want to share with the group?
I think everybody in our group was very grateful to, I don't know if you hear me.
Yeah.
We're very grateful to have family around and that not being isolated.
Yeah. So if you look at the research, one of the key components of people who are in a better place emotionally, they're very intentional about things like gratitude. Like, how many of us brushed our teeth today? Everybody get a show of hands? All right. Now, I imagine you brush your teeth every day, correct?
Yeah.
You don't do it every other day. Because there's something called hygiene. Well, if happiness and well-being matters, then you need to have happiness hygiene. See, too often we think happiness is something we do, it's a perk or party or extrinsic. If you look at the research, do people in a better place emotionally? They're just very intentional, creating space to talk about things that matter, like gratitude. So well done on that. Today's workshop, and I'm calling it a workshop because we're going to learn a little bit today, is about social connection in a time of physical distancing. I'm going to show you a quick video, and then I know we got a few minutes, and we're going to up the ante a little bit. I want you to watch this and tell me what you think as you watch this video.
Was that a pivotal historical moment we just went stumbling past? Well, here we are, dancing in the rumbling dark, so come a little closer. Give me something to grasp. Give me your beautiful, crumbling heart. We're working every dread day that is given us, feeling like the person people meet really isn't us, like we're gonna buckle underneath the trouble, like any minute now the struggle's gonna finish us. And then we smile at all our friends. Even when I'm weak and I'm breaking, I start weeping at the train station, 'cause I can see your faces. There is so much peace to be found in people's faces. I love people's faces.
Now think about that. We know smiles are contagious, but I just thought about it today as I was walking through the village. Everybody's wearing masks. We can't even see if anyone's smiling right now. So we're gonna have a little practice. You guys ready for a little practice? You know how you get loose before you work out. Everybody get loose real quick. All right, get loose, get loose. Now on 3, I wanna see the biggest freaking smile you've given someone all day. We're gonna have a smile-a-thon. You guys ready? On 3, 1. I'm gonna put my Zoom hat on too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's see it. Ah! All right, fantastic. You guys are the best group I've had all day. But we're not done. I want to race through this. While we're doing that, there's a lot of people socially isolated right now. You all have one of these, I bet, right? This is called a device. It's called a phone. There are many like it, but this one, you have one. I want you right now, if you would humor me, I want you to grab your phone. I want you to think about someone not expecting to hear from you today. A coworker, a colleague, a family member, a sorority sister, whomever, another human being. And I want you to send them an email or text and let them know you're thinking about them, you believe in them, you can do this, I love you, I got your back, we can get through this. Whose cup could you fill today with some words of inspiration or hope or gratitude? I want you to let another human being know that they matter. And if you've got a device, to send an email or text, and I'll give you a couple minutes to do it right now. Everybody okay? Fantastic. I didn't get one from Stan, but that's awkward now. Maybe later, Stan. I know it's coming. All right. So again, this is a little bit of intro. But if you look at the research, 2 minutes a day, you think about another human being that matters, and you send them an email or text. I imagine we all have 2 minutes a day. Do we not? 2 minutes a day to let another human being know. So we're going to keep moving. Have you ever seen a sign like this in a neighborhood before? We've seen signs like this, right? Well, that's Carl's. This is in Raleigh, North Carolina, where I was doing work. Do the dogs come home sometimes? Do you believe?
Yeah.
I imagine that, right? The dog. When's the last time you saw this in a neighborhood?
Never.
Never, right? We don't. Why is that?
I did.
Right? This was so provocative before the pandemic that people were getting out of their vehicles, taking selfies with the sign. They don't even know the owner. You see, I would argue that, and I looked at my career and the totality of my life, we're really good at this, aren't we?
Yeah.
If something bad happens in the community, at a school, at work, do we typically hear about it? Yeah, we do. See, I would argue though that when good things happen, we don't tend to talk about it, publish it, or share it. And one of the tenets of people and teams and organizations that are in a better place more often, and even families, is that when good things happen, you have to talk about it. Because if you don't talk about the good stuff to the brain, it's like good things don't happen here. So again, this is a real thing. So I want you to think about it. I'm not going to put you in a breakout room. But could you identify 3 positive dog home stories right now? Have there been 3 good news stories that have happened in the last 10 to 12 weeks in your world? And what would they be? Because what I want you to take out of here today is that when good things happen, you have to talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, to the brain, it's like they don't exist. That makes sense to everybody. Now, the reason I'm so adamant about this is there are a number of things. I got a little quiz. I don't know how much time we have left, but I'm gonna give you a little quiz. We're gonna have back to school night. If you would, can you guys see this on my screen here? I want you to take this quiz real quick and be completely honest, if you can read it. Give yourself a 0 or 1 or 2. And just write it down. It's up to you. We're gonna score it real quick on there. You don't have to turn it in. I'm not your parents or your principal. What would you give yourself if you're being completely candid? You're alone, so you can't cheat like you did in high school. And just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Done. This just is a quick test, little litmus test, little diagnostic. Stan's done. All right. Good. Got a couple more. Then we got a few minutes. Laura, you close. We all good? All right. Now, if you haven't already, total it up. Total it up at the bottom. Give yourself a score. Shouldn't be that hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions times whatever you got. We got totals? All right, so there you go. No judgment, just a quick assessment. We'll talk about where that, anybody surprised on the results? Chris is, he's like, I am, but talk about, the reason I'm so passionate about this, folks, this is pre-pandemic. The US was 19th in the world in happiness. Does that surprise you? 19th in the world and getting worse. Now, where we are in the last 10 days, you could certainly say, oh yeah, I get it, but pre-pandemic, it was getting worse. If you looked at the research, 46% of the Gen Zs are lonely. We have a loneliness epidemic in this country. We have more lonely Americans than we've ever had. And this was pre-COVID and pre-George Floyd. Just want to put that in context to where we're going. I think this is fascinating. I get so passionate about this. Shared family dinners are down. Shared family dinners are down. Friends over to the house is down. Participation in clubs and civic organizations and church attendance is down. What do all those provide for human beings? They provide a conduit to bring people together. And I just want to give you some data points as you look at this. 65% of Americans spend more time with their computers than their spouses. Hopefully not yours. But if you look at happiness, and I know we only got a short time left, 50% of your happiness is in your genes. You inherited it from mommy or daddy. So if your mom or dad were rationally optimistic, then you came out of the womb with a little bit extra secret sauce. 10% is circumstances, meaning like right now, things out of our control, the weather, COVID-19. But 40%, based on the current level of research, are things that you can do to rewire the brain. Happiness can be learned. It is a skill based on neuroplasticity. People are not born negative. So what does that mean? Do we recognize this woman? We know her? She's on, I think she's on NBC, correct? She used to be with Kathy Lee. She's on NBC. She's a big deal on NBC. She's a news anchor. Listen to this.
When you wake up in the morning, first thing, write down 3 things you're grateful for, specifics.
You do that every day?
Every day.
Really?
Not the sunrise, it has to be a specific.
Something different every day?
Think about like the guy who held the door when he had 3 bags in his hand and he could have let it swing. Something small and specific. Okay. After you write those 3 things, then you write down something great that happened in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
No matter how big or small. Something.
Okay.
That's 2 things, right?
Okay.
But it starts to change the way you think when you wake up. Instead of waking up going, oh God, your brain starts literally changing into 3 good things and 1 great thing. You're like, okay. Then you do exercise, 30 minutes if you can.
Okay.
Pray, meditate.
Okay.
And the last thing is 1 random act of kindness.
Oh, a week? A day?
A day.
Fascinating, right? I don't know her for Adam, but she knows the science of happiness. Self-care should not be a luxury. It should be a priority. We care more about our battery on our phone than we care about our own well-being. And I'm sure Sandy can relate to that. So what I'm going to challenge you, and Rachel doesn't even know this. There are a lot of different ways you can rewire your brain. I boiled it down to 5 different ways that you can make the science of happiness an expected practice. Now you don't have to write these down because I haven't told Rachel, I created a happiness journal for everybody on this workshop today, which I will send to Rachel. And it has all of these habits in it, and it's for 30 days. So if you want to make well-being and happiness an expected home, work, just life practice, I created a special journal for you that I'll send to Rachel, and then she can share it with you, and we can start this 30-day challenge together. Does that make sense?
Sounds good.
And I don't want to run out of time. I want to be respectful.
How awesome is that, everyone?
Yay!
And
Thank you, Devin.
yeah, Devin, can you let them know how they can get in touch with you if they want more secret sauce?
Yeah, we got a lot to unpack. I only had 20 minutes or so, but if you want to stay in touch, I live in Carlsbad. I write, speak, blog, tweet. I'll do it all. Got a lot of different ways to share. Rachel knows I'm really passionate about this space and was passionate about it before the space we're in right now and more passionate right now where we are. I do a lot of work with schools, just everywhere. So either way, please stay in touch if I can help. And I'm excited that some of you or all of you will take this happiness journey with me as I send the journal to Rachel as we close, if you'd like it, to embark this together.
Cool.
Right, Devin, you're the man. We thank you so much for your time, and let's be a movement of spreading happiness in this world.
That'd be
Look at
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, Rach, can I just say one more thing?
Yes.
I still didn't get the text from you, Stan. What are you waiting on, brother?
What's funny is I almost texted you, Devin.
He's talking, but he's on mute. All right, well, good. I'd love to stay in touch. Rachel, thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me. I appreciate you.
All right, and this is recorded. It will be going out to our entire database. And we just thank you again for your time, Devin, and just have a great evening.
All right, jazz hands.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.